Friends, hello and welcome back. We are in the offseason, our first offseason with the Cincinnati Bengals. We're talking free agency. We got some drafting to do, and we have the predicament, I guess. 9-7. Was not expecting this team to finish 9-7, so the draft pick's not going to be that high. It would have been nice to have top 5. Didn't happen. Joey B and the boys were like, let's go out there, play some good foosball this year. Unfortunately, 9-7 just missed the playoffs over here in the AFC. Would have made it in the NFC, not quite the AFC though. So now we have the question of not being able. Oh, the trade center is actually open. All right, good for us. It was just closed. It just opened up. The trade center is open. We have to decide what we're going to do here in free agency with this team. It bothers me that David Montgomery has to continue to split carries. Does somebody understand that? And nobody answered me before. Maybe it's just a franchise thing. Maybe I'll have to Reddit it. That would probably be the answer too. Is why in the heck is David Montgomery have to split carries? He should not be doing that. Nonetheless, Billy Price looking promising still. Jonah Williams, same story. We definitely need to work on the rest of the offensive line, specifically the right side of the offensive line, Suafilo and Hart. Alden Tate still looking like he's growing there at the wide receiver position. Him and Tyler Boyd would not hurt though if we don't have other positions to worry about to find a wide receiver to start grooming and growing. Maybe we sign a wide receiver. That might be the answer there as well. An easier fix there for Joey B and the boys. The defense though, Carlos Dunlap, Geno Atkins, Carl Lawson. We have quite the defensive front. William Jackson. I'm starting to see why this team started to play better, I guess, right? +1. That's great to see for you there. Alexander is also an 80 overall. So our CBs are looking good for the time being. And again, you know, if we need to worry about it, I guess we're in that winning phase. We're in the middle phase, really. Bynes even has the star potential. Good for Bynes growing this season. Logan Wilson, same story. So this middle linebacker position or linebacking core is looking solid. Jesse Bates always grows really well. I think if we look, we're talking free safety, and we're definitely talking defensive line. Again, Geno Atkins is not getting any younger. Sam Hubbard's growing, I guess. He can always be a replacement, but I think we go defensive tackle. We look CB. Defensive tackle, CB, and again, offensive line. I always feel like offensive line is something you can get a little bit later in the draft. So we'll see offensive line, CB, defensive tackle. That's what we're looking for. And again, see, this is what drives me up the wall. Is why is free agency always before the draft? They do it in. Do they do it in most sports? No, it's not. It's actually usually the other way around. Now that I think about it, I see it both ways. You know, hockey does the draft, then they do free agency. The NFL does free agency, then the draft. So I get it, I guess. You get your free agents out of the way, then you know who to draft. I do like that idea better, I think. But let's see what we have as far as cap space. 17 million in cap space does this team have. I'd like to go with the defense or just sign offensive line. There's Joe Mixon. He's got 5 years, 46 million. Boy, does he want paid. Alvin Kamara, same story. Brandon Scherf. See, now there's a guy we could look into. What's the age? 29. A little bit old. One team currently interested in him. Anyone? So at 13 million a year, still a little pricey there. Barrett, Shaquille Barrett, solid. Let's just filter this by the players we actually want here, I think. Kareem Hunt's got no bids right now, actually. That's an interesting one. 26 years old. He wants 5 years, 30. That's way too much for us. Marcus Williams, no. There's a defensive tackle in Sheldon Rankins. He might not be a bad ad. 2 years, 19 million is a well. You know, talk about him for 2 years. We plug him in for the time being. Or do we see, this is where it's tough because you want to draft the guy and you want to play him, but if he comes in, he's a 70 overall, you don't want to start him, right? You want to give him a week, whatever you call it, a year to progress and develop. The Mario Davis is out there. Tevin Coleman, no. Jared Cook, no. Actually, the tight end position's an inch. No, not 34 years old, isn't it? Devin Funchess, 83. AJ Green is down to an 83 overall. What a good dump that one was. Nickel Roby Coleman, 29. I haven't seen too many young guys. There's a younger guy. Takaris McKinley. That guy's going to want some dough, though. 3 years, 30 million a year. Even as a star. See, I like that. Jason McCourty's going to be older than dirt. Yeah, 34 years old right now. 6 million a year. I really think we got to look at an offensive line bid here if there is any. I feel like that's the easy answer. Your offensive line shift. He's the man that's out there. Then you have Osamele, who is a little too low of an overall for us for that age. 72, same story. Let's check right tackles. There's no right tackles. Marcus Gilbert's the only one out there, unfortunately. Centers, we don't want to go there. Left guards. It looks like there's one highly touted free agent out there. Oh, we got Alejandro Villanueva, but he is old also. We don't really want to go down that route either. But we definitely ain't getting 2 offensive linemen in the drafts, right? And we've clearly proven that we want to win games. And we want to protect Joe Burrow. So Marcus Gilbert is not the man we're talking about. We're talking Brandon Scherf. He wants, again, a lot of money. $13 million a year. Wow. Contract 3.9 over 2 years. That's currently the guy we have in Alex Redmond, who is not good. Not good at all. That is all we know about that one. And then we go defensive tackle. I think we start at the right tackle position. We have the space. If we sign somebody amazing, we can get rid of him. But what does he want? 3 years. I mean, you can't beat that. 3 years? 3 years? I mean, let's up it a little bit. We'll give him, yeah, right around there. $40 million a year for this guy. 87. The morale's down too. That isn't good. Ain't good at all, but we're gonna send him the dough. How you feeling, buddy? Oh, he loves it. 91 points. Just a tease higher than that Washington football team. We're leading the bidding there. Right tackle, no. Defensive tackle. We don't usually have cap space. Available funds minus 3 points spell and cap space. Okay, we're out of funds. We gotta stop right there. We're in the negative territory, but it's good. It's good. One signing. We usually don't touch free agency too often, so to get one piece, I think that could really help this team out. And we go draft the rest of the way. And again, we're still in the middle. We're in the middle of this win-lose thing where we don't need to do it, but it'd be nice to do it. Contract rejected. Why? I rejected the contract. That wasn't nice. Scherfykins. I thought we was friends. Scherf. Man, oh, I went to your wedding. Where'd you go? Get out of here, Scherf. You son of a gun, you. Okay, so the offensive line ain't looking good. All right, then, sick. We ain't got that going. It looks like a lot of the offensive line is now out the door. Marcus Gilbert's looking like the best option right now, who is still, I mean, still an upgrade from Bobby Hart, and we're going to sign him if we can. It's 1 year. We have some space. I feel like we got to upgrade the offensive line somewhere. Somewhere around here, this offensive line has to be upgraded. He had no bids. We didn't really have to drop that much money. Except if there's anybody else out here, no bids, that might fit on this team. Malik Jackson, 77 overall. He wants 1 year. That's a guy I wouldn't mind either. Again, we're trying to figure out some guys that we're going to lower the offer because he has no bids. Try to find some guys that can just, plug and play on this team for the time being as we go through the draft. And if it doesn't work out, we can just ship him out the door or whatever. The right end is another position. How they looking? Decent. We don't need one desperately. Kerrigan's out there at 33 years young. Got the linebackers. They're good. The CB's one area, but Jason McCourty's too expensive. Joe Hayden's too old. Joe Hayden's only 32. I feel like he's been around forever. Remember on the Cleveland. So Joe Hayden was a Cleveland. Was he a Brown when he couldn't have been? I was gonna say, was he a Brown when Carson Palmer was around? But I guess not for the Bengals, of course, not for the Cardinals. But that'll do that. Again, we're going to take a look at the draft board. We'll take a look here real quickly. You know what? There's got to be a thing they got to fix is when you scout somebody, it should still show up until you back out completely, so I don't have to scroll all the way down this list like this. Nonetheless, so far, what we've been looking at is pretty much QBs. I don't know why we got that QB right there. Pretty much no running backs, no quarterbacks, and everything else, again, has been on the table for the most part here. I guess we don't need a free safety, but you can always, rotate free safety, strong safety, which we do need one or the other there. But we do need pretty much everything else, including a right end. That looks like a promising player. Just kidding. This is our first draft this year, so this might be different. I feel like we're seeing some of the scouting system looks a little bit different. That might be crazy as well, though. We'll see there on that one. Dorian Roberts is a 5. Everybody we've been scouting has been duds. Maybe that's our problem. Zach Williams, not going to happen. Mike Polk, how are you feeling? Oh, there's a solid player. Wide receiver. Spec catching solid. Good combine score as well there. 4th rounder. Might be able to pick him up down to draft over there, and not quite. Deep route, spectacular catch, 6.3. You would stop us right there, Vasquez. Nonetheless, we'll see if these guys take her on or contract. We got some big money here. Where are the Bengals, though? Not a lot of people are interested. Big decision, 5th-year options. All right, first of all, I want to see the contracts. Accepted and accepted. Beautiful. Beautiful. So the free agency's done. Who's the 5th-year guys? What are your thoughts on Billy Price? I'm trying to create a budget for the next few years and next offseason. He's going to be looking for a big pay increase. He's known a lot of talent, and I would like to. Do you want to agree? Yeah, I do. I don't know what he's getting paid because I thought you'd say, something enough, but you didn't. Okay, whatever. Thanks for asking. 5th-year, you picked up Billy Price 5th-year option. This will postpone his contract negotiations for 1 more year. Perfect. I feel like we're paying him a lot, though, because he's a first-round draft pick. I wish they would have showed us that. They didn't. Not a big deal. We're going to continue to do the scouting, and we'll catch you guys back here at the draft, though. All right, here we go. It is draft day, and as always, we do not know what kind of picks we have, and there's not a proper place to search for that. go to the manual trade here and take a look real quickly at what we got to work with as far as trades. So we get the 7th pick, the 18th pick. So that was a good pick up there in the other trade. We at least got a 7th out of that. We have a 2nd round third. We have 2 thirds. We do not have a lot of later draft picks. And I like what I've seen out there in the draft for some of these later rounds. So I don't know if we consider maybe trading back for some guys as well. I feel like we scouted some solid players back there. We'll take a look. Maybe we move that from this year to next year. We move, we advance a little bit. We take next year's 6 and 7, try to trade up for this one. Normally, there's not a lot later in the draft though, so that's the thing. So let's go ahead and skip ahead and draft to the next user pick. We're gonna go ahead and pause the draft if we can. There we go. It looks like a 74 overall right end just went. We do not want to trade the pick away, but we'll take a look. Review offer, just to see what these guys are thinking. Probably nothing good. A 1st and a 6th. Good joke. Yeah, that's humorous, Las Vegas. You want to move up 16 spots and draft for a second or for whatever. All right, it was good luck though. Just for a good laugh, we had to check it out. Let's take a peek though. Let's take a peek at what's out here. Again, nothing's really off the table besides quarterback. Oh no, they're leaving my boy Justin Fields out to the 7th pick. That's a legend. I like Lamar Snead. I'm already interested. A, B plus B. We can go. We have Dunlap on the one side. We have Hubbard and we have Lawson though. That's the problem with the edge rusher game. But look at those combine stats. Looking pretty solid there. Top of the class. The hit power kind of bothers me, but everything else looks great there. The CB department is somewhere else we can go. Khalil Mixon is a solid looking, I think, here. The combine's looking good as well. The awareness could be a little bit better. The right guard, we are not going there. Defensive tackle, something we do like is, let's filter by position here real quickly here. Because again, we're looking defensive tackle. Let's see what's out there. We got a couple firsts. This guy's projected going to first. And so is he. And Earl Thomas! Who would have thought we could have drafted him this late in his career? Good for him. You can't pass up on Earl Thomas. Zaire McClain. You have George Barwin, who's expected to be a 2nd. This guy's expected to be a 2nd in a 4th round. Not a good combine score. Not a good combine score at all. A lot of these guys do not have them clear down here. Understandably so. This is what I like though. Ahmad Smith, the 3rd round projected guy. Best bench press. He's a strong son of a gun. He's got some good combine scores too. Top 5 in just about every department. That could be a late round defensive tackle stud right there if we wanted to go that direction. But we want to make sure we do get a defensive tackle. I feel like we need 2 of them. Because DJ Reader is going to be getting older as well. And we do not need him necessarily now though, right? We can always wait a year for DJ Reader's replacement. Kaleem Mixon is looking like the best guy in the CB department as mentioned before. And I don't really see anybody even coming anywhere close to the combine score this man put up. What's Taylor Shepard got later in the draft here? Not the greatest of numbers in the one department it looked like there. Burnett, not happening. Ohio State, Jamarcus Curtis. Oh, of course. You got to go with the Buckeye. His bench press ain't that good, but who cares? He's a CB. It's all right. They ain't a lot of touching each other out there out wide anywhere. It's a penalty. So let's take a look at everything real quickly. Lamar Snead looks like the man to go after. He looks like the best player. Khalil Nixon 2nd. I just feel like we don't need a left end, but this guy looks like a stud. An absolute stud. Minus the 2 cone. And then you have Cordell Newberry. That's a solid player. So does Patrick Randolph. Randolph? Is that how you say his name? He looks amazing right there. Can he fall to us? B+, B+. I actually like his combine better. He's better in the 3 cone, better in the bench. The shuttle's solid. You can jump a bit. The awareness, the hit powers. Again, I think that bothers me. What was our other left end? He had an A- in the tackle though, which was better. I do like the better tackling there, but the 3 cone kind of sucked. Not a little better than that. I'd have to say you could if you wanted to improve. I don't like drafting. You know why I don't like drafting? Because I like everybody in the 1st round. Of course, they're all 1st rounders. They're all going to be good. We don't need a wide receiver that badly to go in the 1st round. I do like Earl Thomas. We could get Earl Thomas. If we wanted to. At 18 probably. I think he would slide to us. We went CB here. And we pray and hope and pray we can get an offensive lineman later. Because there ain't much out there. Roll top, we could just go nasty offensive line though as well. Okay, there's the CB game. Khalil Mixon looks like a baller. He might be the best option out there. We haven't seen drafted. Is drafted taken already? Drafted. There are no CBs drafted. So this would be the top CB off the board. Looks good. What do we have to worry about? Justin Lacey Combine score is not there. That's what concerns me when you take a guy in the first round. Jamarcus Curtis, his combine score is there. Pretty solid, but he's a C+ in a press, C+ in a zone compared to that B-. Oh, really? It's not that much of a difference there. Man-to-man, he's more of a slot guy, which fits our scheme better, though, right? Jamarcus Curtis is a scheme guy that wants to play. I don't really care, though, because this combine's not as good, and I'm a big combine guy. This is tempting. This is very tempting. We're going to go Khalil Mixon, I think. And I'm going to regret not taking Lamar Snead. I think we got to take Lamar. I don't even care. I just don't know how you pass that up. Lamar Snead looks like a stud. What if we go CB later? Nah, this Bengals, it's too depleted at the CB position. I think that's the first place we got to worry about is CB. The defensive line's got some growth. Khalil, please don't disappoint us, man. Please don't disappoint us. He disappointed us badly. You reached. Oh, no. Oh, no. Should have drafted later. Now I'm afraid to look. Advance next pick to see what that man was going to be. There's Lamar Snead, 74 overall. I don't know how to check the potential, but he has 74 overall. We're going to keep on going. Next pick is Newberry. Cordell Newberry. I think that was the guy we was looking at, right? We wasn't going to get him, though, this early. We're going to take a look. Well, you know what we could have done? We could have traded back in the draft a little bit. Wendell, gone, 70. Galloway, there's a dud right there, 68. Is there a way to look from this screen? I don't think there is. It shows the potential. More wide receiver out of Purdue. That guy, was that the one I just opted back into the season this year? Was that him? I feel like that's probably him. Okay, we're gonna get to our pick though, right before the Steelers pick. Unfortunate. Pittsburgh better not take anybody one. The Browns are ahead of us. I wouldn't mind looking at a potential draft trade back if a team's willing to do it. Justin Fields is still out there. Randall Pruitt is still out there, though. See, that's good. So we have that other right end that's out there still. I do like that. I don't like the bench press. That concerns me for a guy that's supposed to be a speed rusher. He ain't got any strength. What's that about, buddy? Jalen Welder's out there. Justin Lacey, if we want to try again. Maybe we should have tried in the first place. He fit the scheme better than the other guy. And how's the defense looking here? Or not the defense, but the offensive line. It's really not a bad choice to go after, or not defensive line. What was he thinking about? Right, offensive line. We'll get it right. There's just not any offensive line out here. Look at this. There's nothing. Nothing at all forever. We're trying to build this offensive line, and there's a center that looks pretty solid over there. That is way down in the draft. Third round, we're talking there. We don't pick in a third round here for a bit. So we might go defensive line again. That's where we wanted to go defensive tackle. Where did our other defensive tackle go? Did they take both of them? I just noticed that. Is he gone? They did not take both defensive tackles. We did not shoot ourselves in the foot there. I think they did. Man, that hurts because I think we was trying to go. We was going to scoop that defensive tackle up next, and we needed a defensive tackle, and he is now gone. That stings a little bit. That stings a lot. So our next defensive tackle is not for a while here. We might go on the edge after all. That CB killed us. That CB is not what we was looking for. Let's take a look real quickly here. I mean, we could always make a trade. I don't know how these guys are going to grow either. I feel like this is a team that's rebuilding, though, and we shouldn't be making mistakes, so we're just, drafting in a surplus. But, I mean, there's Dunlap, who's going to be gone, who's now he's 78. He really needs to be gone. There's Carl Lawson, who's an 82. He's going to be here for a bit. There's Sam Hubbard. How old is Sam Hubbard? Sam Hubbard's 26. Okay, so he's going to be a concern. Yeah, we definitely do need to look at the edge rushers as well here, so it's not really a bad option. Again, wanted to go CB, but we clearly just swung and missed on that one there. I'd like to go offensive line, but we're going to reach in that department. So we're going to have to go wide receiver or defensive tackle, pending there's not an offensive lineman just sitting out, or not defensive tackle, but defensive line, whatever's out there. Best defensive lineman out there possible, and that's looking like Pruitt right now. Fits the speed rusher mentality. Don't want to reach for anybody. Jalen Waddle is a deep threat. How's he look from a combine perspective? Horrible. His catching looks great, though. He's probably a slower guy. How's he a deep threat if he's slow? Figure that one out. Devontae Smith, he is, same story. Rashad Bateman looks like a guy that fits the scheme better. None of these guys really scouted well, it looks like. Levon Baxter. How are you looking, Baxter? ABB. Meh, not really there. I think we're going to go after the right end over there. And Randall Pruitt out of Oklahoma, the speed rusher. Hoping for the best here. And another swing and miss. This has been tough. You know what I just realized? Is it because we're in a... Is it because we imported a draft class and everybody imported doesn't have any potential? Is that what that's about? Is that why everybody's at a normal growth rate for this? So I didn't even pay attention to that. If that's it, that's kind of not fun. Maybe that's what it is. I have no clue. We'll have to take a look at the end of the draft if anybody got, I guess, you know, hidden players. I feel like that's probably part of the problem. I feel like we're hitting pretty good on some of these guys, and they're not growing. Let's take a look, though. Nonetheless, wide receiver Junior Manning, ABB. Yeah, consider me sold. Considering you're slow, maybe not so sold. Devontae Bush. That looks pretty solid, though. Spectacular catch, 20-yard. He's a little bit faster. A little bit faster. The 40-yard dash is really fast, actually, catching traffic. I really like Devontae Bush here, actually. He's got a lot of speed. And I'm just saying, is that what it is? Can you really not... Everybody has to have normal potential. Did they really not update that for Madden this year? Everybody we're going to take is going to be a bronze guy. Well, it doesn't update. It only updates for one draft class, right? And then the next one's import. I feel like that's what this is about right here. I hope so, at least. I hope that's the case. The next one's better. Bengals going to pick again. Maybe we should be trading our picks away if that's the case, though, right? We're just going to continue to draft duds. What's the point of doing it? Free safety, wide receiver. The wide receiver is looking solid there. I think we might go after a lineman, though. If we can get a higher overall lineman later in the draft, we might have waited too long on that. George Barwin. How you looking, Georgie Kins? Not great enough. He's got the projection to be decent, though. The CB there. I think we might do that. We might just trade some of our picks here and move to the next draft. I'm afraid that's the issue here. I thought they would have fixed that. I know maybe again, you know, there's a lot of complaining about franchise mode not being touched, so I guess it makes sense why people would be upset about it if that was, you know, yet another thing that was not added in this game. I think we might try this defensive tackle late in the draft. Let me tell you what, I do like what I was seeing there in the late rounds for some of these defensive tackles. Fifth round. There was a 7th rounder in Ahmed Smith. Other than that, though, I guess this is a year we're just gonna have to punt on, right? We're gonna have to look for. We didn't pick up the offensive lineman we wanted, though. That's what kind of hurt us there. We would have liked to. But we're not gonna get a big boost in the draft this year, the way it looks. Are the clock? Is it ticking? Are we only get a minute 30 now? Okay, it's. How many picks we got left? We're gonna make a trade. What do you guys want for this trade? Maybe that's why they're not willing to trade for anything for these picks. 3rd and the 6th, 3rd and the 5th, 3rd and the 6th. Are these next year's picks? 2022. 3rd and the 5th for next year. See, I like that. 3rd and the 5th from Buffalo next year. Pending they're not any good, that'd be ideal. Pick up a 3rd and a 5th next year. When do we pick next? I want to take a look at the Manual Trade Center here. I know we pick a 2nd time in the 3rd round. The question is where in the 3rd round, or do we already make that pick? I am so lost. No, we have 2 left. That's what I thought. 67 and 82, and then we have a 7th round pick, so there ain't much left. We make the moves or we don't make the moves. It's killer. We'll take one look. When's that guy in the draft go up the board? Because we have a while until our next pick. And Trey Lance, who was apparently a dud, is still out there. Yeah, it's going to be a while. It looks like Byron Whitmore, Zach Collins. Is Zach Collins the man we liked? No. Maybe Zach Collins was a Purdue guy. I don't know. There's someone. I didn't realize Purdue had 2 stud wide receivers coming out of the draft here. Good for them. I don't see anything else. Jose Sullivan. Yeah, we're just going to trade the pick. We'll trade them both away. And see. Maybe we can pick up a 5th in this round and make that for later on here. So here you go, Buffalo, the 5th for 2021. We'll take a look into that. Offer accepted. Buffalo took a tight end out of Clemson. Good pick. Good for you guys. We're gonna look at what are we gonna get for the next pick? Anything? Something decent. 3rd round for 2021. Oh, we don't want what kind of deal is that? 3rd round and a 5th round for the Raiders. I like that as well. 3rd and a 5th, that's solid. Just the 3rd's not going to happen. 3rd, 4th, and a 6th, no. 3rd and a 4th. Ooh, all right, Tampa. They really want to move up. Taking it. Trade accepted. So that's taken care of. We have, you know, a weaker draft than was hoping for here. Advance to the next user pick, which is 5th. I don't know if we're going to have anybody left over in the 5th round here, but we'll take a look. Again, I'd like to see the players, pick player. I feel like that's what it was. You just can't edit the potential for. I swear that was an update, though. We'll take a look. We'll take a look after this. It was what, defensive tackle that we was really interested in here. Was he still out there? He is. Ahmed Smith's out there, and Gordon Shepard's both out there. I still like Smith better here. Combine score looks decent. As far as left outside, we didn't scout many of those. The CB game is weak. Free safety game, we didn't scout too many either because we have some. Kickers we're not really looking into. We don't need a quarterback. Take a look at the wide receivers. There's nothing. It looks like, yeah, we have one guy left, and it is indeed the defensive tackle. Unless we find a lineman. Well, it would be nice to find a lineman. How about Marcus Young? Marcus Young. Lead block, impact block, solid there. The combine's not the greatest. That concerns me every time. Besides that, we go defensive tackle. I wouldn't mind. See, the thing with the linemen, though, you can get the low roll, not the low roll, the low growth linemen, and they'll slide into your team still. They'll progress properly, as compared to the defensive linemen, where you go into those guys and they're low overall. They just never get up to that 85, 90. Even 82, 83 is not the greatest range for those guys, I don't think. I do like Ahmed Smith, though. Ahmad Smith. Where's that offensive lineman at? I don't know. I guess we have to take the offensive lineman here, I think. I think that's a smarter idea. Marcus Young, we'll take a look at him. He's a 7th rounder, though. They're both 7th rounders, right? Are they both 7th rounders? We might trade back and try to pick up a couple 7s. Yeah, 2 7. A 6 and a 7. Let's see if we can make a trade with the team here and pick up both of these guys. That'd be nice. We can get 2 guys here. I won't be upset about that one bit. So let's talk draft, trade. Oh, we already have 1 7th. I forgot about that. Duh. But we'd still need to move up a little bit. So let's talk draft picks. You got a 6th left and a 7th. I don't know about that. Bears. Your picks are better here. Buffalo. Oh, it's because you have a 5th there. That's why it's better, obviously. A 5th. Buffalo going to drop that. How about Broncos? When they got a 6th, 5th. Oh, not going to be able to make that work. Not going to be able to make that work. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, you have 2 5ths. That's solid over there in Cleveland. See, that's what we're looking for, is a team that has 2 6th-round picks. And I don't see any out there with 2 6th-round picks. And if we can't find one, we can't find one. The Bears, I might just try to trade back for a 5th and a 6th. We'll try to trade back for a 6th and a 7th. We are so confused right now. We're going to go 6th, 7th, and 7th for our 5th here with the Chargers. They are not interested in that. Why are we so far off? It's just a 6th and a 7th. When did trade picks get so valued? All right, then. We definitely ain't trading straight back. We'll just keep the 5th then. Whatever. We have the 7th round pick, or the 7th overall, whatever that is, 7th round pick later. I forgot we had that. So we should be good there anyway. So we'll go, do we go defensive tackle first here maybe? Defensive tackle, Smith. What was the lineman's projected draft after it's being scouted 3rd as well? I think we'll go lineman first. I feel like it's more important for us right now. And it is a 68 overall. Understanding it's a good pick. Perfect. Again, bronze potential as expected. Let's go ahead and get this last pick out of the way though and hope for the best. Hope for the best. Dolphins, how you guys doing? You're up on the clock still. Just kidding. You got like a round and a half since you picked last. All right, here we go. We can still trade this pick away. What are they willing to offer us? Just for a good time, we'll take a peek. Oh, a 6th, an upgrade. Okay, then. We'll see if our boy's out there. If he's not, I mean, sure. We'll take a 6th. Why not? You're just going to hand him to us. We took the left guard, right? Just to make sure. Yep, proper. Defensive tackle. Oh, they took Smith. All right, then, take the pick. It's all yours. Fine. I'll take a 6th round pick. We'll take the upgrade, Miami. There you go. Have fun. Draft is over. Man, that's a bummer. That's a bummer if that's the case, where they don't have the potential still when you edit the rosters like that. I was really looking forward to getting a chance to draft some of these bad boys, and they're all with the or all common. That is tough. Let's take a look here. The entire NFL. Trevor Lawrence went first. This should say it all. Oh, no, he's got hidden potential. We just swung and missed. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Why'd we do that? How did we swing and miss on every draft pick? We are just not a good draft. What was there to like about these guys? 72 field general. Pearson's look great. This guy was probably hidden as well. Everybody did a good job drafting players but us. We just had a bad draft. At least there was players out there and we missed. That's a little disappointing. They took him 6th. We took Mick Nixon 7th and we struck out. Come on, Nixon. He's 74 overall though. Snead was the guy we wanted to take also, and he ended up being bronze as well. So it was a tough draft. It really was. There was a lot of guys with no potential or bronze potential here. So it is what it is. Normal growth. I think the top of the draft was heavy. Where's Justin Fields at? I feel like he had to be a steal and a half wherever you went. We took him. I remember that. Justin Metcalf, Justin Fields. There he is. 30th. That's why. Low potential. The disrespect. Who made these rosters disrespecting Justin Fields like that? Nonetheless, let's go ahead and advance to the preseason. Take a look at what we have to work with here now. Again, we don't have anybody to, grow the team, unfortunately, or anybody to worry about growing because they're all bronze. We can go lineman. Gilbert, still the big addition there to the offensive line at the 73. Young's going to slide in there. I forgot, he actually starts over Redmond, so Young was actually an upgrade. So that's good there. And then on defense, again, I know we don't have it going here, but I still think we might try to progress Mixon if we can, or Nixon. I'm gonna call him Mixon. Love me a good old Joe Mixon. That's it. Jackson. Who in the heck is Jackson? Malik Jackson. Well, oh, that's the guy we signed. Okay, defensive tackle in case we want to get rid of Geno. Gotcha. That is where we went there. And then Pruitt was the other one. Dang it, Pruitt. Come on, Pruitt. You look so promising in the draft. I don't know what I felt for there, but it wasn't it. That was a tough draft for the Pruittinator there. Devontae Bush is getting worked on right now. A wide receiver. That's another guy we took. Mixon, Mush, and Pruitt. So they have everybody we actually want to work on here. I do want to continue to focus on that offensive line and that quarterback. And probably some second. I don't really care. Honestly, I think it just needs balance on defense. But the offensive line QB situation on his team always needs worked on. Tough pill to swallow though. Nothing good out of the draft. At least I know the draft works properly. I didn't realize we was going to draft that poorly. So that's on us. That is on us. So let's take a look at this team real quickly here. And what we just took a look at this team. My fault. Let's go ahead and sim up to the regular season. Now we gotta sim up to the part where we have to actually make some cuts, because I don't want them to cut guys. They'll cut the wrong players. And we'll end up having 56 overalls for no reason, just because we won't have depth there. I don't think we have a quarterback. That's what we was going to draft. But we keep injuries off, so it's not a huge deal. But we was going to go ahead and get rid of the quarterback. I guess we got to do the trading. We was going to go ahead and draft the quarterback, so we had him on an entry-level deal, because they wanted to pay that Josh Rosen wanted like $7-8 million a year, and that wasn't going to happen. Not for Josh Rosen, it wasn't. So we ended up just letting him walk. Here we go. Cut players. This is what we're looking for here. If they ended up giving us a quarterback, Joey B and Kyle Allen. Kyle Allen, currently little cap space. All right, perfect. I'll take that. So let's see what the recommendations are here. They want us to have Isaiah Prince. All right, see you later, Prince. Nice talking to you. Don't ask me twice. Michael Jordan's a good backup. Michael Jordan again. Why do we have two Michael Jordans there? That's the same player. Throw it out there. Duke Williams will be good with the wide receiver cut. Jordan or Fred Brown, same story. See you later, Freddie. I don't know who that guy is. Alamadi. Why do I have so many wide receivers? I guess we just brought these guys in to give them a chance. Anthony Averett, don't need him. Malik Turner, same story. You can go. We have so many wide receivers. Stanley Morgan. This whole team, the whole practice squad, just 95 wide receivers. Look at all these guys. I gotta see how many wide receivers we have before we cut them. So we have I don't want to cut any of these guys. Boyd 1, Tate 2, Bush 3, Higgins 4, Erickson 5. So yeah, we can cut a couple of these guys still. As far as you are gone. You're gone. We keep a 6th wide receiver on the squad. I'm not going to do it. I think we can get CJ Board. He's 27 anyway. How many players? We got 2 more players to cut. Tight ends. We have 2. Got to keep 2. Left tackles only got 1. Left guard. We have a whole slew of them. But we're not going to... some of them play different positions though, right? So we're going to keep those guys. Trey Hopkins is our only center. Alex Redmond is our right guard. Right tackle is Bobby Hart. Oh, baby. Hang on a second. I got to do it. Got to do this one for the boys. See you later, Bobby Hart. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Nice talking to you. Talib Kareem and Dunlap looking great. Sam Hubbard, Pruitt, keeping them guys. Ren, Glasgow. Yeah, we are deep at the defensive tackle position right now. So we can get rid of Ren probably. I think that's where we go here since we have 4 of them. See you later, Ren. That should take care of business there. And we should be ready to jump into week 1 of this season against the Denver Broncos. Set season goal. We're going to keep the goal modest. We're going to say 7 wins. That's actually pretty high. We should have said 4 to make sure we got the XP. But we'll stick with 7. Why not? Let's hope for the best there. Here's what we're looking at. The starting lineups for 2021. Hopkins, Young, Price is starting. For a second, I thought Price was not starting. Even at the 73, the offensive line still needs some work. I'm glad to see Young's in there, though. Get Young in there. We got Uzama, we got Hubbard, or Sample. We got Alden Tate looking good. Higgins, and yeah, Bush is going to play. Bush is going to get some playing time here. I hope that works out for him there. And I really hope that we can get David Montgomery a little bit more playing time. That'd be ideal there. Again, the defense got quite a few guys with the star potential. That's important here. Jackson's is going to want to play. And I think we do look Geno Atkins, 86 years old. 86 years old. 86, it's pretty old. 86 overall, depending how things go. If the team struggles early, Geno's out the door. If we have a chance to win, I think that's the reason we kept Geno, because they wasn't really offering a lot as far as trade value is concerned with Geno Atkins. So there's no reason to really... Why are we yawning? It's early. There wasn't really a reason to go out and get rid of him if there wasn't going to give us anything when we was trying to contend for a playoff spot. But here we go. Denver, Cincinnati, and what is going on? No, you're not. Are you crazy? Madden, you don't understand how the major media outlets work. The Bengals getting a primetime Sunday night or Monday night football game, mainly Sunday night in week 1. Wouldn't happen in a million years. Actually, when Joe Burrow wins a couple Super Bowls, it could happen, because then, you know, you get the fair weather fans coming in and people want to start watching these Bengals. Maybe then it'd happen. But I don't know about 1 year down the road. Here we go, the Bengals cruising. CJ Uzomah looking good. 3rd and 2nd and 10. Backwards. That's not the right direction. Jarrell Casey and touchback. Okay, that was nervous there for a second. We had like a block kick. We're good though. Denver cruising early. Big penalty there on the Bengals. Von Bell. The Ohio State Buckeye, Jerry Jeudy. That man has to be progressing beautifully in this game. What a stud Jerry Judy's been. And there he is, the touchdown. And it is 7-0 Denver Broncos. Bengals got to answer here. Gio getting the football early. Devontae Bush getting the end around or something here. Tyler Boyd for 14. Bengals going with Montgomery. There we go. Better. 2nd and 7. Devontae Bush once again. Bengals 2 yards, 3 yards backwards. Trying some trickery here. Auden Tate going backwards for 3 yards. Not sure what's going on. Nonetheless, Joe Burrow is trying to pick apart this Denver defense. And there it is. 6 yards. Tyler Boyd. Bengals back to a tie ball game. 3 and out for the Broncos. Bengals got a chance to cruise down the field here. 2nd and 13. 3rd and 6. Not going to happen, though. Bengals going to go and punt right away as well. Big sack there. Jermaine Pratt. Bengals still got a chance to get the lead here. Not on a 3 and oh, what in the heck? A big penalty that ended up going and getting a punt anyway. Must have been an illegal block in the back. 2nd and 12. 6 yards for Jerry Jeudy. Got to stop this man. This guy's a stud, though. And touchback. 49 yards. So interesting they didn't go for that. Making the Bengals go and take it, or challenging the Bengals, I guess. They're not going to get it. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Minute left. Cruising down the field. Stalling out. 20 seconds left. Bengals. Broncos, just an absolute, oh goodness, here we go. Cincinnati is going to say an absolute low-scoring game. No slugfest going from an offensive standpoint here. 10 yards, Uzomah. Another big chunk play. Bengals making some adjustments at halftime, and it's working. Touchdown, CJ Uzomah. They just tore that Broncos defense apart to start the 3rd quarter here. Melvin Gordon there. 1st down, 2nd and 6. Incomplete pass. Drew Lock not going to get it there. Bengals ahead of the Broncos early. 2nd down and 6 again. CJ Uzomah, the big 1st down, methodically now moving down the field until Von Miller, the pass rushing monster back there, gets the sack. But Auden Tate gets it right back for these Bengals. 2nd and 2. Cruising down the field. Keep on pounding that rock if you have to. Bengals starting to make some noise. There it is. Touchdown, up by 14 against these Broncos. And what started out as a low-scoring affair, both teams look to be on the edge of putting some points up and putting them up quickly. Not enough, though. 5 yards for Sutton. They got to go for it on 4th down, right? Not going to get it. That should... Oh, what are you doing, Joe? Burrow throwing an interception on negative territory again. Giving the Broncos light, but they're going to stall out. This Bengals defense is for real. I don't know why it's so lights out, but it's lights out. Maybe it's got a little bit to do with playing with Drew Lock. But the Bengals find themselves up 3 possessions, and they should be able to put the icing on the cake in this one. A spectacular defensive performance to start the season. 24-7. Joe Burrow looking pretty good. I think that would be the Broncos. 24-37. 2 touchdowns at 1 INT. Could have cost the team there. Thankfully, defense came up strong. Montgomery, once again, splitting the carries. Still the better back. Still don't understand how to fix that. We're looking it up. After this episode, we're going to get it fixed. We're going to figure it out if it's possible. 9 for 67 out of Tyler Boyd there. 6 for 97. Devontae Bush out of game. This young man, they gave him bad potential, but he is loving it. He was a good scheme for this team, too. You know, the deep threat, he was a quicker guy. I like the addition, and so is Joe Burrow so far. Tate, Bernard, unfortunately, I had 6 guys in a receiving game. You want to see the ball get spread out a little bit better than that if you can. Tackles, led by Jermaine Pratt for these Bengals. 2nd, William Jackson. Tackle for losses, was there none? No, it's 3 by Gino. Big Gino, still playing some good ball over there. And Pratt getting 2 sacks on the game. Good for Jermaine Pratt. Playing good for this team there. The middle linebacker corps of this Bengals team. And you know what? You got to give some positive play to him. The message says there. We got to take care of Auden Tate. Big upgrade. He's about to be in a 79. Yeah, 79. One thing I've noticed about franchise this year is that overalls don't go up as frequently. Has anybody else noticed that? Maybe it's just been a couple of our guys, but you go to click the upgrade usually, or you give them the progression. It just hasn't upgraded as much as it normally does there. I think we're going to give it one more game for this team. Weekly awards, what do we get? Oh, Jermaine Pratt, 8 tackles, 2 sacks. Deserves it. That was a heck of a linebacking game there by Jermaine Pratt. So I'm happy to see he got that upgrade there. We're going to get this training out of the way real quick. We're going to sim up one more game. We'll see what this Bengals team can do. 2-0 makes it difficult to want to trade Geno. I know that. That's all I can say about that one. And it's the Chiefs that started 0-1. Interesting. How that happened, I don't know. But Travion Henderson, you better be careful. We're going to be having a 3 committee back if he gets up to like a 67 overall in this game. David Montgomery just ain't allowed running that football. Let's get it out of the way. Come on, baby. Big W against the Chiefs. This is a tough team. How you going to beat Patrick Mahomes? You're not. That's simple answer there. It's just not going to happen. But it's Patrick Mahomes. It's the Chiefs. And it's a Bengals team that's still 1-1. Ravens and the Steelers are once again killing it. 2-0. 27-31. It was actually a close game. The rush yards 87 to 132, 290 to 262. It was quite the duel. Quite the duel between the two. Who in the heck is Jordan Teamayu? He had 11 yards. Must be their backup. 2 interceptions. The Bengals defense continues to impress. Patrick Mahomes threw 2 interceptions. Joe Burrow threw 1 interception. Continues to make some bad passes. It's going to happen as a rookie. And we continue to see the carries split between the 2 running backs, unfortunately, there. Devontae Bush, I'm telling you, this man's going to be a stud. The overall is not that great. The Mississippi State rookie, but he is just flourishing in this scheme. That's one thing we do have to focus on more, I think, in our drafting is making sure we get the proper scheme fit, guys. That'll help this team out a lot as well. Von Bell, 10 tackles for loss. And we had, or 10 tackles, 1 tackle for loss out of Logan Wilson. He sacks in this game. Looks like there was no pressure on the QB, but he still threw it to the opposing team. Weiss, Jesse Bates, and Gaither there. That's going to wrap things up for this episode, though, fellas. As always, if you enjoyed the video, big thumbs up, subscribe's appreciated and required. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.